So I'm Kyle with Static Electric, and we're mounting a 17.5 kV 600 amp disconnect switch in a skid that we're building for a client. This switch is meant for isolating means for electricity, so when the client comes in to do maintenance, we're ensure that we have an open point that we can visually see as for isolation. On this switch, it's a Schneider LTRI switch. It's a spring-loaded, actuated with a handle. You can see right now the handle is not installed, as it will be soon in the next couple of days. What most clients don't know is that this switch has multiple failure points. So when we mount these switches, obviously they're in great shape coming from the factory. There is some things like factory grease that we will clean up, and we'll double check the operation and timing of the switch. But once you get in the field, and a couple of years down the road, obviously that grease will dry up. Some of the lubrication that's on the operating components will also dry up and cause some issues with the switch to open. We've also seen as the switches age, these plastic arms that are in the back can also break off and the switch might not open. So when someone's isolating, they need to make sure they visually inspect that all three blades open during the operation. On this switch, you can see the contact point is right here between these two bars. And then there's a whip that comes with the actual isolation when it's called a load break disconnect point. So when we open the switch, it's going to actually stay in, and the switch will open first, and that'll whip open to actually break the arc on the switch. These are load break switches, so they can handle the full operating current and beyond. When we come and do maintenance on a client facility, obviously we will be lubricating this switch, we'll be cleaning the contacts, putting new grease on them, and of course testing it with a contact resistance test set to make sure that the micro ohms on the contact is low. If we have a high contact point, we'll find it during the testing, and that's where we're going to cause heating. When you cause heating, these can actually melt, and we've actually seen where some of these switches have melted the contacts completely out and they've had to be replaced. So this is another reason why we like to do annual maintenance, do maintenance on a client facility every couple of years.